This area that I'm in right now is called Black Fox, and it used to be its own community, and some of it still exists because that is the Black Fox School. Black Fox has been a community since this was part of the Cherokee Nation before it was Tennessee. And Black Fox was a chief and a council member. And then over to my right, I'm not sure if you can see that, there's a little cemetery over there. That little cemetery is pretty interesting. It's called Triplett Cemetery. Right now they're actually having a funeral, but it's a very small cemetery. There's a fella buried over there. His name is Daniel Boone. No, not the Daniel Boone. This is actually the nephew of the Daniel Boone, who lived at the same time as the well-known Daniel Boone. And to avoid confusion, the family called him Little Daniel his whole life. I don't know if he was a little guy, but they called him Little Daniel to kind of avoid confusion with his more famous uncle. There's also a guy buried up there named Lacey, Guy Lacey, and he was a professional baseball player. My understanding is he played with Babe Ruth. I don't know if that means with or against. May have to check that out. This is Cumberland Presbyterian Church, one of the oldest churches in the county. It was built in 1860, I think, just about 20 years after this became Bradley County. It's my bike over there. This church was used as a hospital by the Union, and the Union soldiers would tie their horses up out here, and that's why these window sills are all beat up, because the horses would chew on them. This wall was built in 1910. And some of the very earliest Bradley County residents are buried right here. Right now I'm coming up on I-75 and I'm on Route 163. And this area right here has become a part of more recent Southeast Tennessee history. This is the bridge at exit 36, and in 1990 we had the worst interstate traffic pileup that we've ever had. And it stretched from the end of the exit ramp on that side to the end of the exit ramp on that side on both sides. I think the numbers are something like 12 to 15 dead. There were 80 cars involved. I was working at a Shoney's restaurant in Cleveland at the time, and I remember when people started coming in telling us about it, and then later all the emergency personnel were coming in and telling us about it. Some of them said there was a wall of fog and that the visibility dropped down to 10 feet. Wow. Anyway, just more Southeast Tennessee history.